What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing good. If you're not, I hope everything gets better for you. This is yours truly, the big time Go DJ ASMR. Thought I'd crunch on a little bit of chips. Talk about some things that's been going on. What else is new? Haven't really been on too much, right? But for you that out there watch my TikTok videos, and which I ain't really been on that either. I took a break on a little bit of everything. I lost two loved ones. I lost a father-in-law, been about a year and some plus months. And I lost a stepdad, close to a year and some weeks maybe. I don't know, I lost track of time. Not exactly accurate on that. Just hanging low, you know. Keeping to myself. For y'all that don't know, I do deliveries. And I drive a lot of back roads. I deliver out of town a lot. So with that, 0 sugar A&W root beer. I got a lot of mental time to think about stuff. I have emotional breakdowns. Yeah, I have breakdowns. You know, some forms of anxiety. Hard to get motivated. Got things that need to be done. I do all my oil changes. I rotate my tires. I do my own mechanic work on my cars. I got a shop. Still cleaning up a bunch of debris from that last storm that we had out here in Augusta, Georgia. So, but with that depression, man, a lot of people that don't know, depression isn't really, for the ones that don't know and they got a good life, hey, you blessed. And you have no worries, no struggles, which I doubt that. Depression is a form of laziness and broken a little bit. Like you're not as focused, you're not in the mood to, you know, I've had a lot of cleanup I have to do around in my yard. I've breeded some pocket bullies. Just got rid of all of them except 2. It's a constant cleanup every morning. You know, trying to keep the house staying fresh. Don't have an outside kennel. I got chickens that are having baby chicks that's running around. I'm taking care of a baby chick that I don't even know what happened. It looked like my dog attacked this chick. And it was walking, it was fine and everything afterwards, right? And so I got onto my dog. I punished my dog. And next couple of days, I wake up on the weekend and it's just out there making noise. I clack. I cracked my blinds to look out, see what the heck was going on, and it was the baby chick. laying in the middle of the yard screaming. Went out there. It couldn't go nowhere. It was cold. It was shaking. I picked it up, brung it inside, put a blanket in a tub, set it in the house. It's been in there ever since then. And it's a female chick, and she's spoiled. I should have been a veterinarian. Why? I have a way with animals. So I noticed a knot on his chest. Her legs isn't working right. She's kind of stand on one. But I just don't see this chick being able to walk. Now anybody else, they would have took it out. But because I acknowledge this bird wants to eat, wants to drink, and wants to move around and tries, and it'll start raising Cain. It'll start raising him, man. I ain't gonna lie. I pick it up and hold it, just quiet, chills. So these are the things I've been going through, what I've been taking care of. Got outside yesterday, cleaned up, done the damn thing, straightened up the yard. Had the kids help me, get all this wood in a pile in my backyard. I got leaves like crazy in the back. And eventually I'm gonna have to move all that from the back, because when the summertime comes around and it starts getting warm, it's gonna be a perfect bed for mosquitoes. Well, and like I said, I work on my cars. I have a shop in the backyard. It's got concrete that comes out at an angle because it's on a hill. I got boys. I got nephews. One of the youngest nephew and my youngest son gets back there and they start retaliating on shit. Got old TVs, stuff like that. They go back there and they break and they beat shit up with hammers and baseball bats. One of them scared the shit out of me. I had a TV in the backyard and they hit it with a hammer and it sounded like an explosion. So needless to say, the concrete that comes off of it, I'm pretty sure they hit it with a hammer, because I found one in the yard, so the concrete got cracked on the edge. I'm not a brick mason. I don't work with concrete. But these commercial jobs that I do, I see all that in action, and I learn, I see how they do it. And let me tell you something, if you're doing concrete and you want to do like a little slab or a patio or something, it takes more bags of concrete than what you think. But I did it. I bought 4 bags, thought I was going to do something, but I fixed the majority of what I needed to fix with it. So I hope. I'll find out this afternoon. Because when I go to pull my car in the shop, the front end would scrape. If you know anything about mechanic work, when you do oil changes and you pull your car up in the shop, and you got a slab that's that thick and that car's got to come up over that, and it scrapes your fender, there's a possibility that it's going to hit your oil pan. If it hits your oil pan, it'll put a hole in it. So if you didn't know, now you know. I got my mother-in-law that lives with us. She's fighting breast cancer. She talks about how bad she wants it to take her off. But between her having it, and she could have had a chance to do something about it, but she didn't. She lost her husband, which is my father-in-law, so he moved her in with us. She's on hospice. some sort. And between her staying with us, I ended up losing my stepdad to lost my father-in-law to stage 3 lung cancer. Lost my stepdad stage 3 brain cancer. And it took him out within a year. He had one last birthday, and by the time he had his birthday, he wasn't mobile. So, you know, going through things like that, and after them passing, you helping out because the family's outside, cleaning these guys up, getting them dressed. It's a pretty hard thing to do. So I have visions of that. I think about them. The holidays is coming by. My father-in-law kind of mild down a little bit, but for my wife, I know it's hard because with my stepdad not being around, him being the provider for the family, and having to check on my mother and rarely getting in touch with her, it takes a minute, you know, but I understand, I get it. Not always answering the phone, not always texting back. And your mental health, it does matter. But going over there, it just don't seem like he's gone. But when you think of the reality and think about it, he's not there, it's like, man. Being the oldest son, the only oldest son, I feel like I'm supposed to be the one that takes care of those responsibilities of financial and all that. But I have my own family, so it's kind of hard. Struggle's real. Is it bad? No. Could it be worse? Yes. It's just, if you guys are going through that kind of type of thing before it gets there, my best advice to give everybody is get your ducks in a row, get all your stuff situated, not to jinx yourself, because we didn't want to believe it or nothing, but if you need to get your stuff set up so where your loved one don't have to worry about it, that's the best thing to do, because if not, there's so much stuff that goes on, it takes so long. And when you're going through that, you don't really want to have to deal with all of that. But I don't know. You never know. You never know. My stepdad started off with a headache. Went in on his birthday and found out that he had brain cancer. Well, a tumor on his brain. And then it formed into that. But I think they already knew, because they was already offering chemotherapy treatment, whatever you want to call it. So they knew. But they couldn't take so much out. But anyways, life's too short. You think it's hard in life? Something comes down like that, it really sucks. This man was 47 years old. My father-in-law was 69. scary, y'all. You know, a lot of people probably looking on this video like, hey man, why you gotta call? Why not call, but why you gotta make a video on that? Like I said, it's an update. What's going on? So never be that person that think that you're in the safe zone. Everything nowadays is man-made. Everything's got chemicals. They're always finding something. I mean, even the Doritos. I mean, you know, they just seed oils, all that. You know what I mean? It's just. You get on social media and you start thinking about stuff. Thinking about life. Start worrying about your health, the things you eat, what you eat, what's in the foods that you eat, how the food's being made. Everything's in a rush, mass production. Things don't taste the way they used to as your childhood. Think about the fruits and the vegetables that you get during the wintertime that are naturally grown during the warmer times. Oh, but they grow in warehouses and all that. Is safe, is it? What kind of radiation is those lights putting off? What kind of chemical are they putting in? You know what I mean? For them to grow so quick, so big. Watermelons. They're not as big as they used to, and if they are, they're real juicy. But they're not really that sweet. Tastes more like water. How you think they make grapes that taste like cotton candy? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Food Administration, they know the deal. That's why they tell you eat with moderate consumption. Eat it, but don't make it a habit to do it too much. But is it really a habit because we're always in a rush, we're working, we're always here, we're always there? It don't seem like a bad thing to hurt to pick up something to grab to eat on the way. That way you can continue doing what you got to do. Working. To make money, to pay for everything that's going up. And I guess you start to acknowledge this stuff as you get old. Because when I was young, I didn't think about none of this. I'll tell my kids this. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I shouldn't be eating what I'm eating now. But if I eat a good portion of it, drink me some water, you know, there's rules. There's rules on everything. I'm gonna tell you how bad it is. You take what you eat during the day and read that label. A candy bar. It seems small, seems, you know, harmless. So does your sodas. Look at the dyes that's in it. Look how many sugars. Look how many added sugars in it. Not to scare you, but just to give you an idea of what you're consuming. And then look about what you have to do and how long you have to work out or walk or whatever to burn those calories and all that off. It takes way a lot longer to burn it off than it does for you to eat it.